Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Arvindo.
Good morning, Arvinda.
Morning, Lord.
Morning, Arvindo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Arvind.
Mm, It feels like I'm wearing a wrap. Thank you. Thank you for all the good mornings. You can mute the audio. So, first of all, thank you for taking your time and joining today. Welcome to Hire for Skills Skill Up Power Hour session. So, first of all, I would like to appreciate each and every single person who has taken your time in joining today morning. As we all know, the topic of today's session, it's a powerful skill that each and every single person should be knowing. And if we have all been using AI, ChatGPT for some time now, but it is important for us to use it in the right way, right? Everyone knows how to ride a bike, but only few people know how to ride a bike without creating nuisance for others. At the same time, with how to ride it to ensure safety of us and others. So, in that sense, when we talk about Chat GPT, we all use it day to day. I would be really surprised to see if anyone has not used ChatGPT till now. So that kind of an powerful platform which has transformed what we think today as AI has come towards us, and it is something that we can't avoid anymore. So we are going to discuss that, and I'm going to give you something super awesome. This prompt engineering that I have learned through paid courses. I'm going to make it crisp to give you the exact information with which you can start. After this session, you can start building your AI assistant, start building your own process so that you could use AI to the fullest, right? So before we get into this discussion, request from my side. See, this is not a master class to put earphones, sleep, and attend, right? Either you have one option to sleep or to wake up to reality, right? So I would advise, if at all you're able to wake up and sit, then there is no excuse to not switch on the camera unless you are traveling, you have night shift, you are somewhere else, electricity is not there. There are many reasons. Now you give me some new reason, I can also listen. But other than that, as far as I know, if you are waking up sitting straight, there is a possibility to switch on camera. Why I am telling you this? Because I'll tell you, okay? Because it was a shocker for me. How many of you came to last session, which is effective public speaking, effective communication? There are two parts of session. First session was there, second session was there, right? The shocker part is that at the end of the second session, for second session, if I'm not wrong, 53 people joined. Yeah, thank you. 53 people joined the second session. And in the second session, I told, after this session, people who have attended here, uh, do some small task, or even if you don't do, it's okay, but text me on WhatsApp individually. I'll share a free asset which can help you to enhance your effective communication. And out of 53 people, here's the stats. Only 20 to 25 people sent me a message, which means 50% was sleeping during the class. That's my understanding. Otherwise, communication, I understood. I am pro Aravinda. I don't want the document. Either one should be true. So it is a shocker for me. So I'm going to do one thing. If at all there is an unfortunate situation, it's okay. But otherwise, I would request. It's a request to switch on the camera because I want to make sure that you don't fall asleep and I am sharing the right information. And again, as you know, at the end of today's session, also I'll reveal how to get a free asset for this content as well. Thank you for that. Now, moving on. So today's lesson is very interesting. I love this topic. Why? Because um, we have all known this AI transformation happening in the past 1 year, I guess. Correct? 1.5 years. We have all started to hear about AI. Maximum 2 years, we started using ChatGPT here, there. But for a shocking information for you is that AI was initially developed in 1990s, and AI it started to get implemented and started to spread in the usage of technical field from 1990s. But it was only this after COVID, or very near to this last 1 2 3 years, we got to hear about AI, and everyone is today saying that I also use AI in my day-to-day task. This happened after the birth of ChatGPT, if I'm not wrong, correct? Today, when we say AI, immediately we think about ChatGPT, but that's not AI. That's one format of AI. That's it. There are multiple AIs, and if you are a part of Hire for Skills, we would learn multiple AI tools in the journey. Even recently, we learned about Commentron, which helps in commenting on LinkedIn. There are crazy tools. Now, ChatGPT is actually a chat-based generational tool which helps in terms of interaction, guidance, learning, research, and multiple other aspects. So, what are the other tools which are similar to ChatGPT? ChatGPT is created from a company called as OpenAI. Google has created something similar looking at ChatGPT called as Gemini. recent trend, this images ka trend that we all did, that sari trend and that lighting trend. So this is Gemini. So they do some marketing and it becomes famous, and see, Gemini got famous because of the image, but the actual purpose of Gemini is multiple other things. It is inbuilt in Google now. Now, if you search something in Google, the first summary is from Gemini. Then you will have the actual content. In a similar way, we all know Twitter was transformed into X. Now, this X platform has its own generational platform called as Grok. In a similar way, Microsoft has its own platform called as Bard, BARD. I'll pronounce it right? So there are multiple platforms outside similar to this, and there are interactive platforms which will be helpful. Now, this whatever we Copilot. Sorry, I missed the. Thank you, Kaushik. I missed it. We can list it out. There are many things, but coming to the point, the most commonly used platform is ChatGPT. And when ChatGPT found out that there are multiple platforms and competition is coming up, in the past 2 months, they released something awesome. So, what ChatGPT does every time, similar to iPhone ka technique, iPhone releases a new variant, the old variants becomes cheaper. Same concept in a different angle they were following. They will release a new variant of ChatGPT, and the older paid variant becomes free. Then the newer version comes, then the previous paid version becomes free. Now they were doing this, and all of a sudden, last 2 months before, there was a great update released by ChatGPT that I'm going to combine all the benefits I have into one and call it as ChatGPT 5, and I'm going to give it for free. And I would have two more versions of paid version, which would be ChatGPT Go and ChatGPT Pro. There's a reason why I'm explaining this. Understand this. So ChatGPT 5, the free version that we all have today, if you log into your email, you open ChatGPT, you can even download the application of ChatGPT, log in with your Google. That version is actually ChatGPT 5 free version. Now, if you want to pay, there is a 399 rupees small subscription per month, which would be ChatGPT Go. And there is a $20, which is 2000 rupees approximate subscription, which is ChatGPT Pro, which will have everything. If you want, we can explore the paid version, but I am going to inform and guide you on all the process that you can do with the free version. Only difference is limitations of number of chat, limitations of number of times you can upload some files or contents into it to feed information. This is clear. The basics are clear. Cool. Now, next level of basics that you will have to understand before we enter into ChatGPT is that I know in the past three skill up power hour sessions, I have told stories, and even in effective communication, I told story is an important part. So in this, it has to be theory, I know, but let me add one small pinch just in case, putting some salt inside the food. So let's go back, think back, say thousands of years before in ancient India, wherein education system was Gurukul system. We all understand, right? So there would be a guru sitting in a forest, maybe in a hermitage, sitting under a tree, and all the children would be sitting down in a circle. They will be asking questions, learning. They'll be telling stories and learning. This was the format of learning that we had followed thousands of years back in India. So this Gurukul system of education is format where once this story happened, where two students who studied from the same guru passed out, and two gurus, these two candidates, one guy got the knowledge of business and he became a big businessman. Other guy who did not know about business but who he only learnt about playing violin, he became a good artist, but he was not able to crack the business level where he was not able to earn more. So one fine day he saw his fellow colleague who was earning in millions or something and became rich, and he got angry all of a sudden. He straight away went to the Gurukul, met the Guru. Guru, you are very partial. Like, why? What happened? No, you are very, very partial. I'm very sure. No, tell me, bro, what happened? No, you see, we all studied together. Everyone had different conversation, different interaction. You see that for that student, you told all the techniques about business, and he has become a big businessman. You only taught me violin. You could have taught me business also. I would have also become a big businessman selling my talent. Now I am struggling. My family is struggling. Why are you partial? So at that time, that guru says, you have to understand one important thing. When it comes to Gurukul, the format of learning, whatever you ask, you get. Whatever you ask, you get. However deep you want to know, we will share. So it is not like our current school of education system where we have to fold our hands, keep finger on our lips, and learn what teacher has to say. And every 45 minutes we have to learn new subjects. But the teacher will teach only one subject throughout their lifetime. So experienced teacher was taught on one skill throughout her lifetime, and we were forced to learn different subjects every 45 minutes. It was not the same way. It was based on your interest, based on your curiosity, based on your creativity. You are given option to learn whatever you want. So Guru explains this. So why I am telling you this story is because ChatGPT is today's modern age Gurukul Guru. It has all the knowledge possible, but it will only give you information what you ask, how you ask. There is two varieties here. You understand clearly. What you ask and how you ask. Now, this underlined point, listen carefully. I hope you have notebook and pen. How you ask is the most important element that we have to learn. Because we all ask ChatGPT, right? We all ask what we want. We would ask, hey, ChatGPT, Arvind has given an assignment on this market research. Very, very irritating. These are the 5 pointers. Help me to give it. ChatGPT will give. A B2B SaaS sales playbook I have to prepare. Give me that. ChatGPT will give. But is it giving you the right answer? If you just ask, hey, I want to send a cold email to my prospect Aravinda and give me a cold email, it will give you a very, very generic cold email. Why? Because ChatGPT gives you content by looking at all the internet available sources and website. When you ask a generic cold email content, immediately it will search for generic contents. And you see, all the people, YouTube videos and Google contents are stupid things about cold email or any topic for that matter. Only the outer informations you will get, and which means your output or result will also be output very, very bad, very, very low. So chat gpt efficiency is how detail you ask, how detail you trigger this guru. Hello. So there are frameworks to give the right value of prompt, which you will learn today. So at the end of today's session, I will make sure you're all becoming ChatGPT prompt engineering experts, where you know how to rightly prompt. Second, I will teach you a simple way to use AI day to day life. So if today you are ignoring ChatGPT is because of a thing which I know, which I will explain, but I'm going to solve it so that you aram say on your fingertips you will use ChatGPT, and trust me, you will be different, because I believe everyone remembers one sentence I have told, which I think Elon Musk or someone has said, which is AI won't replace humans, but people who are using AI will replace people who are not using AI. Correct? So if you are not using AI, when I say not using AI, no, Arvind, I use ChatGPT. No, that's not the case. If you are not using AI to the fullest, one, you are not growing, one, you are not learning. So today we'll make sure we complete it and we'll learn how to build the AI assistant. We are going to build AI assistants, and not one. We could have hundreds of AI assistants built specifically for you doing certain tasks. Is it cool? Hello? Thank you. Now, to do this, again, one last time, if you are lying on your bed, sit up, take your notebook and write it. Don't hear it, you will not be able to follow. So, first thing, before I get into the content of ChatGPT, explain the frameworks and how to build an assistant, it is important for me to teach you the basics, which maybe few people already know, but it is important for me to share. I suspect there may be areas where you are also not aware, because I also learned it. I was also not aware earlier. So let me quickly share my ChatGPT screen to you. Where is it? Acha. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
The first thing you guys will have to understand, if you just go to Google and search ChatGPT, and if you're writing something, that's the wrong way of doing it. First thing that you'll have to do is one, you will have to either download the website application, the desktop application, or download the mobile application. Both areas there are ChatGPT apps. Download the application and sign in with Google. Don't use it without signing in. There is no purpose because there is no memory, there is no feed inside it. So first thing that you'll have to do is to sign in with your Gmail account, so that you have your own account created where you can create your prompts and everything. This is first basic thing. So that when you log in, what will happen both on your desktop and your mobile, all the chats will be reflected on both the areas and you can continue using it. Is this clear? Hello? First thing is clear. Second thing that you'll have to understand is that in ChatGPT there is something called as personalization and there is something called as memory. People who have been using continuously ChatGPT, on top, see the area where now you are able to see something called as upgrade to go, right? In my screen on top, you're able to, it is asking me to upgrade to the Go plan, which is 399, and when I upgrade, it will ask me to upgrade for Pro plan, which is 2000 rupees. This is the free version I'm showing it to you. I have my own Pro plan separately in a different official account. Now, if at all you are using it continuously here in this area, are you guys seeing something called memory full? How many of you, raise your hands, how many of you have seen this area for people who are using continuously? Okay. Sohail, Ryan. Okay, cool. So tell me this, how many times have you tried? Vishal, Nishant? Okay, people have been using it and you have seen this memory full. How many times you have tried to delete the chats on the left side to reduce the memory, but still that memory full is not going? So memory is different from chats. On the left hand side, whatever you see, it's called chats, but memory is different. So to optimize it, left bottom corner, you will be able to see your logo. That is, as you are logged into your Google account. So I will click on it. Once I click on it, I have all these things. In that, I will go for personalization. Once I go for personalization, first thing you will see general, there will be generic theme. You can set this theme, either white color background, all those accent colors and all those basic things. You can choose the voice. Next, notification. You can choose how you want to receive notification. And then personalization. Here, if you see, enable customization, where you can customize ChatGPT how to respond. That you should have to switch it on. And ChatGPT personality, you can set up a personality. Do you want it to be cynic? Cynic means it will criticize you. It will be critical. Say if you make a mistake, if you type something with grammatical error, it will tease you. What stupidity are you typing? Don't you know? What did you learn in your school? It's irritating to look at your message, but still I'll give you the answer in that way. And be critical, hard-hitting answers it will give you. It will not give sugar-coating answers, because this is one thing that you'll have to understand. Chat GPT is created to please humans. So even if you do a mistake, it'll say, "Ah, very good. Yeah, I think this is a perfect answer, Sohail. Perfect answer, Pratham. Perfect answer, Aravinda." It is given to please you because the system is prepared in that. You can change it to cynic and see the answers. Then you will be shocked. Then you will maybe don't feel depressed, but you will get the hard-hitting answers. Then there is robotic answers. This is efficient, straight to the point, cut to the chase, no sugar coating, no left, right, center. Then listener, one who will be like a therapist. You can speak, it'll listen, it'll patiently listen. And nerd is like a genius. It'll become like a genius. It'll give you for every question. It'll give you a scientific based, calculation based, detailed answer. First basic thing, you choose which one you want. For everything you can choose. Say today you want to do a task which needs a nerd's help. Use nerd's help. Or tomorrow you want to use a cynic. I want a hard hitting answer. Which assignment I have created before submitting to the company, I want a hard hitting answer. Use cynic. You have to first use the personality. First thing. Next, behavior. You can choose the behavior of ChatGPT. What style you want your ChatGPT to be, what behavior you want it to be, what tone it has to use. Do you want it to be chatty, witty, straight shooting, encouraging, Gen Z, traditional, forward thinking, poetic? You see how many versions of ChatGPT are there and how many of you use today. If you use Gen Z, I tried using Gen Z, then I lost my mind because it used many key, what is it, so I don't even know what to say, you know. Slangs, sorry.
Slangs.
Many slangs which I don't even know, which I don't even understand. You can choose your own slang and get that information sorted. Next is you can add information about you. So if I add a nickname today, now from tomorrow ChatGPT will be calling me from my nickname only. So you can choose a name for yourself. You can choose your occupation so that this ChatGPT understands, okay, this is the guy, this is his education, this is the thought process. Now we will have to give informations and contents based on this. It will understand. More information you give, the more perfect you will get your answers. And can share your interest, what your preference. So you can give, that this is my target. Say if I want to become a software engineer in a company, this is my aspiring interest, but I have been struggling. You put your stories. Now all the information it will give it in that format. I want to become an SDR in a company, and this is my struggle, this is my process, this is what I've done. It'll based on which it will guide you, right? Now after that you see something called memory. Now what is a memory? Based on your chats and interactions that you are going to have with ChatGPT, the core information of it, the underlined information of it, it will store it with itself, so that tomorrow when I speak about something, it will relate from it. For example, as I've interacted multiple times about hire for skills, asking questions about hire for skills, asking questions about ideas to name skill up power. I have asked multiple things to ChatGPT with my expert. Now ChatGPT remembers all these things. Tomorrow, if I go and ask, hey, for my company, I want to create a brochure, it will ask, oh, so for hire for skills, you want to create a brochure. As you know, there are these many phases, and this is how the classes are going to be. Now, I think you will have to have this many pages. It will suggest me multiple things. Understanding? Now, this is you are able to see a button called as manage. You go to manage, you see what and all memory it has stored about you, and choose which memory has to be there, which memory has to be deleted, because there may be some useless information which it has taken it as memory. Delete those. You will get some spaces in memory, and you can feed in new informations about yourself and your process. Is this clear? Next, moving on. Now there are some advanced things, which is whether do you want your chat GPT to use web search to find some information. If suppose tomorrow I'm asking, hey, there is a company called as Muthoot Finance, do some basic research about Muthoot Finance and help me to understand their marketing budget, help me to understand their funding status, help me to understand about their team hierarchy, help me to understand about their current business position. Now, if I don't enable the web search, ChatGPT can't use internet or Muthoot Finance website or LinkedIn or whatever to gain the information. Only when it is switched on, it can search these sites to give me information. Is this clear? Next is coding. If you want your ChatGPT to write code or read the code, understand coding, then this will be helpful. So once I switch it on, I'll say, hey, analyze the website of Fire for Skills. Give me the entire HTML, CSS code for it, because I, as a software developer, I have to prepare that, and then it'll be able to learn the code because it has the enablement. And like that, Canvas and advanced voice, I'll come to it later. So these are the contents that basically you'll have to understand first. And there are connected apps. If you want, you can connect your Google Drive, you can connect your OneDrive, so that tomorrow in my Google Drive, if I have 5 brochures, 5 contents, 5 documents, now tomorrow in the chat I can say, find this document in my Google Drive and learn this, and help me to prepare this topic around that document. It will be able to grab that information and prepare it. Hello, is it clear? Now, in a similar way, there are data controls that you can set up, what model you want to use, what shared link, blah, blah, blah. And parental control you can set up, and security account, and all these settings you can explore. So this first level of basic, everybody is clear, right? Put a yes in the chat if this is new that you have learned today. Yes in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. Now, next level of basic that you have to understand. In ChatGPT, as I told you before, there are chats, right? Every interaction is an individual chat where that kind of information you can develop and you can create. Similar way, there is something called projects also. See, to open the sidebar, I have closed the sidebar. I can open the sidebar or I can close the sidebar. Now you see all the interactions that I have had with a chat gpt, it will be an individual chat. Now I can choose to rename it. For example, there is a chat that you can see called as mentor assistant for hire for skills. So I have created one chat where I have fed in information and made it my mentor assistant for hire for skills, which will guide me what to do, what optimized way to do, what mistakes I'm doing, how to correct it, and everything. This is my mentor for hire for skills. Imagine a guru for hire for skills is sitting here. Now I can rename it. How to rename it? Just I'll go click on these three buttons. I'll rename it and I'll rename it as Guru. Now I know for a fact that this is my HFS Guru. So like this individual chats we can rename and we can keep it ready. Next thing that you'll have to understand, very important thing is, can you see something called projects here? New, when you click new chat, you will open a new chat, but there is something called projects here. Project is, imagine it is like a group of chats. Now if I, for example, if I open this project, say I'll choose a project, say stock investing. Now I'll choose the category investing. There are categories that you can choose, and there is settings where you want this should be a specific project only, or default it can be memories, projects, multiple things outside. From outside also it will gain, or only information. Or I can choose, say, LinkedIn post editor. Sorry, editor. Now I'll choose the writing because it's a writing option. LinkedIn post editor. Now I'll create a project. Once I create a project, just a moment. Huh. So once I create a project, you see this project has been created in ChatGPT. Now I can add files. What do you mean by add files that you see on top? Can you see? Usually when you add something, you add that plus button and you do it in the chat. But you see there is a button called as add files there, which is to store informations about what you want to do. This project will become a knowledge base for that project. So ideally what I would add, I would go to Google, informations and documents about copywriting, about efficient LinkedIn writing, and I will use Hire for Skills ka library of LinkedIn branding, LinkedIn content of whatever documents that I have. I'll download it and I'll upload it into the add files column. So this project becomes knowledgeable on LinkedIn post creation and copywriting. Now I will create individual chats to create it. I will create chats inside the project. Say I'll create a chat called as and now I'm not using proper framework, just for explaining I'm writing write a LinkedIn post on copywriting. See, this is a very wrong and bad post, but just I'm giving you an explanation to showcase how the project looks on left side. Now ignore whatever is happening on right side. Left side, can you see under new projects there is a project called as writing LinkedIn post. Under that project there is a chat called as LinkedIn post on copywriting. Now I can have another chat on this project. See, there is one chat called LinkedIn copywriting. I'll write because this is a writing tool now. Cold email writer. I will write cold email writer prompt. Sorry, cold email writer for B2B SaaS. Help me with this. I'll just upload it. Now, if you see, this chat will become in that area. Yes, Sohail, what's your question?
So in order to get another chat in the same project, you clicked again on writing
Correct. I clicked
LinkedIn
on the
post editor.
project
That
name.
is when
Yes,
it got
yes,
okay.
correct.
Yes. So rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
okay,
I just clicked
got it.
on this writing LinkedIn post because that's my project. See the emojis there. I just
Yes.
clicked on it and I saw, see, the two chats are there inside it. This is clear. So how to create a project and how to create chats inside it. So one project becomes your master. Now this project is writing master for me, and there can be another project for me in a different angle also, and there can be individual chats. So this is one basic level that you'll have to understand. Everyone clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay. Now let me give you some more informations to build. Now as you guys have understood the basics, now it is time for us to build. So first and foremost thing that you'll have to understand while building, as I told you before, just like a guru, ChatGPT takes the role what you want to take. If you are asking a tips about cooking, ChatGPT will become an expert cook and will give you recipes. If you're asking about rocket science, it will become that person and it will start explaining you that. It takes the role. And everyone knows, if you want to search the exact information, rather than sitting in Google for 2 hours and researching, you can use 20 seconds in ChatGPT and get the information, correct? But the only catch is, you have to go as detailed as possible. You have to follow a framework while prompting. That's the difficult part, correct? I believe everyone is looking, no one is looking at the mobile. Yeah, cool. So first thing that you have to understand, guys, prompting. See, the word prompting does not mean typing. This is the first heads up. We all think, okay, prompt engineering, prompting means me typing something, asking something to ChatGPT. Prompting does not mean typing. Prompting means designing. There is a reason why prompting is named with, what is that name, exact name? Prompt engineering. It's called prompt engineering. Engineering means what? Building, designing, correct? So prompting is not typing. Prompting is designing. So you'll have to make sure the prompt that you give is like a design. It's like a complete assignment that you give to your manager and he's your employee. So today in sales department in my company, we are 9 employees. I have onboarded 9 employees, but all 9 employees are 9 projects in my chat GPT. They're not humans. I have 9 different employees or 9 different chats, 9 different projects, and every employee I have made him a genius of that topic. I'll tell you how to make him a genius of one specific topic so that becomes your assistant. Imagine today, world class writer of copywriting is one of my assistant in writing my LinkedIn post today. I'll teach you how to do that. Okay. So first thing you'll have to understand about frameworks. Okay, I'll give you a framework. Write down. I'm straight away mentioning the framework. The time is 6:40, so I'll very quickly tell you how to write a proper prompt. So to write a proper prompt of whatever you want to deliver, the prompt should have 4 key elements in it. Without these 4 key elements, if you're asking for something, you are not prompting, you are typing, and you're wasting the potential of ChatGPT. Am I clear? There should be 4 key things when you ask something to ChatGPT. Thing number one, you have to assign a role to ChatGPT. You have to mention, assume that you are a B2B SaaS sales expert mentor. Assume that you are a tech lead in Google with 15 years of experience in software development and handling teams. Assume you are an enterprise sales director working for a company for 10 years who have also switched from B2C sales to B2B SaaS sales. You have to give an assumption role to it. You have to give a role to it before asking what you want. After giving the role, next thing that you'll have to give, I believe everyone is taking notes, otherwise there is no purpose in joining this class. Second thing that you'll have to make sure it has after assigning the role is your prompt should have an introduction or context. It should have an introduction. Say, for example, if I have told, assume that you are an enterprise sales director working in a B2B SaaS sales company for 15 years now, and the context, what I want to explain is that, see, I am a person who's from B2C background who wants to switch into B2B SaaS sales, and I have prepared something and I want it to be reviewed by this sales director. You are giving the context to it, explaining the task. Usually this context is what you type as prompt and you are getting the answer. Now you are writing the prompt context after mentioning the role. Now one more important thing, while mentioning the context or introducing or giving that introduction, you have to give it with an example. If you do it without an example, it is useless. What is the example? I'm talking about the examples of the answers that you're expecting. See, for example, this is that, this is that. So, for example, I'm expecting something like this. For example, la, 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 la. So you have to give that example. After this, I'll show you one more. I'll show you my own chat of how I created one uh, company checker. I have a prompt which I'll be sharing it with Hire for Skill students to make sure that company list that they prepare. Now, this checker will do the checking if the list is proper and all those things. I have prepared something. I'll share it with you. I'll show you how I created that. Okay. introduction context you have given with an example. Then outcome. What outcome are you expecting? What is the out? I am expecting a detailed answer. I'm expecting a LinkedIn post which is crisp with 20 lines. I'm expecting you to give me a proper detailed HTML, CSS, JavaScript code. I'm expecting you to give, you have to mention the outcome that you want. Fourth and final thing is you have to mention what format you want. Hey, I want you to give me this entire answer in a table format where x-axis is this, y-axis is this, there are these many columns, and these pointers I want in columns. Hey, this answer I want you to give it in bullet pointers. Hey, these answers I want you to give it as an essay summary. Hey, these answers I wanted to give it in the format of a newsletter. These format I wanted to give it in a crisp. You have to mention the format that you want this answer. Only when you have these four elements in your prompt, you will see the result ChatGPT can give. We are not using, that's a shocking information. It said 95% of the people are not using ChatGPT right the right way, it seems. Only 5% people are using it in the right way. Reason why 95% people are doing it, one major reason is, one, we don't know how to use it. This is the second major reason where I'm coming to, which today you learned it. But will you implement it 100%? Every time when you want to ask something, will you follow this four framework? You will forget the four framework after 1 hour. Unless you have taken notes and you read it and practice it multiple times, it will not register into your mind. So how to solve that second problem? Solving that second problem is also easy now, because we are all from a linguistic base. We are all coming from a linguistic base, which means language oriented, communication oriented. Rather than writing and typing, we all like talking. How do you agree? I am that guy. I'm very lazy in typing. I'm very bad in typing. I can't type properly or in faster way. I'll type it in one word answers, or few people say, yo, bro, you're typing very rudely in messages, but you're talking very sweetly. Oh, bro, I never type rudely, but that's the way I type. I don't know how to type, just crisp, clear. So I rather avoid, and I usually use voice chat, or I just call. I don't like typing. So if you are like me, or even if you're not like me, the best way to follow this prompting is to use the voice model. So I will show you how to use the voice model very quickly, and I will finally show you one of the chat I created to create an AI assistant. We will complete the class by that. Okay. So I'm sharing the screen again to my chat GPT. So if suppose I am opening a new chat, okay, in this new chat, when I open, say I'll open a new chat here, say new chat, not a project but a new chat. Say usually we think that this voice model, you see this use voice mode, right top right corner pay, there is this lines which will go to Sora or chat GPT ka whatever AI model, where I can interact, and I can interact in any language. This I have taught, but this is not the point. But first let me show you. Hey, hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm
How's your
good.
day going?
Yeah, all good. So I thought maybe we can talk in Tamil. Tamil பேசலாமா?
ஆமாம் சரி தமிழ் பேசலாம் உங்களுக்கு என்ன பேசணும்
Wait, wait,
ഏതാ
wait, wait, wait. എനിക്കിപ്പോ മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കാനാണ് ആഗ്രഹമുള്ളത്. മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
சரி மலையாளத்திலும் பேசலாம் உங்களுக்கு என்ன உதவி வேண்டும் சொல்லுங்க
No, you are talking in Tamil. Talk with me in Malayalam, please.
சரி நான் இப்போ மலையாளத்தில் பேசுறேன் உங்களுக்கு எந்த பேசணும் ஏதாவது உதவி வேணும்னா சொல்லுங்க
Okay, still it's not Malayalam. हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ बिल्कुल हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं आपको किस बारे में बात करनी है
अरे,
बताइए
you know how racist you are. You only prefer North Indians. Why don't you prefer South Indians? മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കുക. എനിക്ക് മലയാളത്തിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ സംസാരിക്കണം. And നിങ്ങൾ ഫുഡ് കഴിച്ചോ?
മാപ്പ് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായതിൽ പോയി ഇനി മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കും ഞാൻ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്ത് വേണോ എന്തെങ്കിലും സഹായം വേണോ
I really like the laugh that you do in between while you're talking. But ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
சரி நான் கன்னடத்திலும் ಸಂಸಾರಿக்கிறேன் உங்களுக்கு என்ன பேசணும் ஏதாவது உதவி வேண்டும்னா சொல்லி நானும் ಸಂಸಾರಿಸುತ್ತೆ
ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿಯಾ?
ಹೌದು ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ
Okay. Now If you guys see here the chat, all these things have come into a written chat where all the languages are captured also, right? Now this is voice, but the only problem while using this AI voice assistant is that in free version there is a limitation. It is like a voice call that you are having. After free limitation it will cut. So there is one more best way for us to use the prompt engineering in the right way. I'm opening a new chat to showcase that, which is the voice button that you see. It's called dictate. You will be able to speak and it will come as a chat. So this is the best way to do. So I'll show it to you. Hey, I want you to become my AI expert who can guide me on prompting, prompt engineering, create create chats which can become my AI assistant. So for that I have a framework of explaining. My framework is giving it in 4-step format. So I'll take you through one by one, understand that and help me on that. Now, when I press that OK button, automatically what will happen? The voice has become a message, and I can just send it. So now I assume that you are an AI assistant. I've given a role, I've given a context, but I did not give an example. I did not give I've given the outcome, but not example, and I've given the format also. Now, oh shit, it has taken Malayalam here. Please give me the answers in English, not in Malayalam. Got it? Okay, it has now changed. So step one is I want you to assume the role of an expert AI assistant who is capable and proficient in building AI agents in ChatGPT by giving detailed prompts which we can copy paste into a new chat of ChatGPT, and it will become my personal assistant on the task that I'm going to give. So assume the role of an creational AI assistant prompt creator. So guys, what I have done in the 4 format, I have first done the first step, which is I have made it I have given a role to it. So it has taken a role. For role only, it has taken so much in detail. Now for the second step, I have to give you the context. So in this context, you see, the reason why I am trying to build a prompt engineer here is that now going on in this chat, whenever I give you what type of AI assistant I need, you will immediately follow this 4-step framework which I am going to give, and give me a crisp and crystal clear detailed prompt which I can copy, paste it in the new chat, and that will become my specific task assistant. And I want that to be in the type of detailed prompt that we will give, that I'll copy and paste into a new chat, and immediately I should get my answer in terms of that being my personal assistant on that specific task. For example, for example, if suppose I am asking you, hey, I want an B2B SaaS sales ATS resume checker prompt, then you will analyze the internet, you will analyze the sources to understand what is an ATS specific resume score, what is needed in B2B SaaS sales, what will be the job description for a B2B SaaS sales SDR, how to analyze and understand all the details necessary to have a perfect 80% score enabled resume. You will analyze all these things and give a prompt which can check all these things if I upload my resume. And so I will just copy that prompt, put it into a new chat, and whenever I upload a resume, it will automatically check and give me hard hitting feedbacks. No sugar coating feedbacks. It should be hard hitting, straight to the point, and it should give me the right way to do it so that I can implement it. So guys, now I have given the context with an example, right? And I also involved outcome into it. So I mixed all those two things, and I've given the format of how the structure should be. So ideally, I've given all the remaining 3 in one chat. I was thinking, give it a minute. free version ka thing is we have to be a little patient. Excuse me. So it has taken second step paragraph improvement templates example. You want me to run the first step framework improvement hidden angles. Okay, got it. Prompt template to this context. You are my AI assistant prompt creator. Okay, okay. It has given me all those things. Example B2B. It has taken an example inputs. Okay, so it has taken inputs. Accept PDF. Blah 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 blah. Okay, interpretation 80% score, 60 to 90%. See, it has become an expert. As I gave the role of an expert, it took the role of an expert. Now see how much detail it is going. It is para JD matching achievement metrics. 80% score means what is it? 60 to 79%. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, got it. Okay, quick evaluation. Create a small test. Okay, got it. Now guys, very important, after see what I am building here is that I'm not building an AI assistant, I'm building an AI. Oh sorry, I've clicked on this audio. I'm saying I'm not building just an AI assistant on a specific task. I am creating a prompt engineer which can build me multiple AI assistants. I hope this is clear, right? Now after you have given the 4-step framework, there is one important step that you'll have to do, which is I am going to do that. So before we start with the task of building the AI assistant prompts, I want to make sure that you will not be hallucinating. I want to make sure that you give me the answers which I am expecting, which is there in my mind. So in order to achieve that feat, I want you to not assume but ask me questions and clarify. So you can choose ask the questions, but ask it one by one. Ask the questions that you want to clarify regarding building this prompt engineering assistant. Don't assume anything. If you think that you want to clarify, please ask me and get it clarified. Now I have given the liberty to ask questions to clarify. Now you will see, because now if you don't give this particular prompt, it will assume, give some assumption, hallucinating answer which you think, this is not what I was expecting. You may think that. Now what will happen, it will ask me questions before I do something. Okay, now see how many questions it has. First question: when you say prompt engineering assistant, do you imagine it as a single master assistant that can generate prompts of any kind of task assistant you request, a resume checker, sales course, research bot, or do you want me to build separate specialized assistant each time you ask? No, I want it to be a universal single master assistant where any kind of task can be done. Okay, perfect. Now second question: how much control and flexibility do you want when the master assistant builds a task assistant? Okay, so it is asking, this master assistant will build a task assistant, how much flexibility and control? Fully automated, give the task name, BTS, SAS, ATS, and it directly inputs the final system prompt. Semi-guided, it first asks you 2-3 clarifying questions about tone, style, depth. No, it should be completely guided. So every time that I want to create a task assistant, if I tell the name of it, I would be just telling, hey, I want to create this new task assistant. Immediately make sure, just like how you're asking questions one by one, I want you to ask one by one questions to make it clear on every single step. I don't want any assumption, any hallucinations, so that every assistant that I create is coming from my thought process, from my ideas, and I want it to be completely guided. I hope everyone is understanding what I'm doing here, guys. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
cool. Let me send it. You see how easy it is now, rather than typing. Imagine me typing all these things, how difficult it would be and how time consuming it would be. Now you see how easy I can just talk and that becomes writing content. Okay, perfect. I understand. No assumption. Okay, cool. Question number 3: when you start the one by one clarification loop for a new task assistant. How should I loop end? Choose one. Manual stop. I keep asking clarifying question one at a time and only finish when you explicitly say done or ready. Create the prompt. Fixed limit. I ask up a fixed number of clarifying questions. You can pick 3, 5, and then produce a draft prompt for your review. Which one do you prefer? I prefer the later option where there can be a fixed set of questions where you can clarify all the important things. I don't want it to be a manual stop where you continuously ask more and more questions, even though I want it to be clarified from my end. But I want it to be made sure that you have a set number of questions for everything and you clarify all the questions within that set number. And the set number is you can take 7 questions per feedback. Okay. Now, guys, one more thing is that I can do this in my mother tongue also. Whichever language you want, you can do this interaction. So you can get that right answer and you can speak freely. And after you can speak in your mother tongue and you can say, Just give me the final output in English, but I will speak in my mother tongue." You can mention that. Every time, do you want those 7 questions to ask always be the same, a fixed framework, or every assistant, or do you want me to adapt the 7 questions depending on the. Of course, I want you to ask questions based on that particular type of assistant. I don't want to be a generic fixed framework of questions. Okay. Okay, I'll generate these questions. Cool. Now, now that the questions are set up and all these things are set, now let's try to create an AI assistant prompt. Okay. Hey, I want to create an AI assistant and I want you to help me with a prompt. And the topic is an interview assistant that can help me to practice my interviews. Now let's see how it asks that 7 questions. I'm not going to answer all those 7 questions because of time concern, but I'm just going to show it to you. You see, sometimes ChatGPT does not give the answer but gives this last emoji. In that case, what you have to do, just edit this and send it. That is resending it again. It's because I'm using the free version. Now see, what type of interviews do you want the assistant to help you practice? For example, job interviews, for what role, college MBA scholarship interview. Now I can first give that as a first role, and then it will keep on asking me questions to build. So this became my ChatGPT prompt engineering assistant. Everyone is clear on this? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Arvind.
Right? Now, very simple thing that I can do. Now I have built this prompt engineering assistant, which means now whatever I want to do, I can just interact and build a prompt engineering assistant. Now the prompt that I take it from here, I can copy paste it into another chat and it'll become my resume. So this is an interview checker. It can be anything that you want. So from this chat, you can get a resume, sorry, a prompt engineer, and from that you can build another AI assistance. Is this clear? I'll very quickly, before completing, I'll show you one more thing. See this guru that I just showed you, this guru chat. I'll show you what I have done in this guru chat very quickly. So I told, hey, I want to make you my mentor assistant for our first process, monitoring and guidance. It gave me, and I gave another context. Then it gave me contents, and I gave another context. So I gave the curriculum of Fire for Skills to understand, and I gave one more context of the curriculum. Then I gave another subject. Then it gave me content. Then I spoke in detail about the process, took the content, and again spoke detail, took the content, spoke in detail, added. So this is what building an AI assistant. You speak your mind out, give all the informations, and see how many times I've spoken in detail and fed it with information to create an AI assistant. See how many chats, and it took all the content. So which means that thought process of Aravinda is now here. It can build those things. And I have built AI prompt assistant, which will do company checking, which will do people checking, which will do all those checking that is required. It will help it to do it will give a task assignment sheet and everything that has to be done, and it is easy to build. Cool. Now
Yes.
I want you guys to experiment it, build multiple AIs, and first build a prompt engineer. First task is to build a prompt engineer. You saw how I built a prompt engineer. Give it a role of becoming a prompt engineer, expert assistant, and I would tell that I want certain prompt task assistant to create. Now, whenever I give something, ask certain questions, clarify it, and then give me a prompt which I can put it in a new chat to make it my that specific task assistant. There'll be a resume checker assistant, there'll be a interview assistant, there'll be a assignment assistant, there'll be a market research assistant, there'll be a lead generation assistant, there'll be every type of assistant that you want to do. There'll be a sales assistant, there'll be a sales coach that you can build, and for everything you can give information. For example, I have a copywriter. How did I do it? There's an international copywriter who has created a crazy book. There is a book, so I purchased the ebook of it, downloaded the ebook of that guy, upload it, and say, hey, now read the line, this book line by line. Become this copywriting expert. So whenever I give you a task from now on, you are that guy, and you will give me contents based on that guy's thought process. And I created an AI assistant with an international copywriter. Now that international copywriter who takes millions is now my free assistant sitting on my chat GPT. Now in Hire for Skills, under every library section, there are multiple PDFs. Think what you can create. Think what you can create. I'll come, Kalra, 1 minute. Now, by the end of the session, as I committed, I've shared the value. I hope it was useful for you. There are certain free assets which I have created, which I committed during the messaging. Also, if you see, I have committed certain things which I will be sharing it with you guys, which is, excuse my memory. Huh. So I told AI powered outbound playbook. So this is for sales mostly. As I'm from sales, I can help you with that. AI powered outbound playbook and 10 cold email prompts, 10 research personalization prompt, 8 preparation prompt for smarter sales, 8 advanced prompt for conversations. So I told I will share these things for as a compliment. So you guys know the drill. Go to our social media pages, LinkedIn and Instagram or YouTube. Like, interact, comment, share, do whatever you like to do. And once after doing it, because once you do it, I'll get notification. I don't think that okay, Aravinda is using us for their benefit. No, it's a give and take policy. This is like a request from my side. After doing it, text me on personally that you need that. Hey, share me the free asset for ChatGPT Mastery. It will take 48 hours to reach you. I will give a heads up. Okay, please don't shout at me. It will take 48 hours. Once you ask it, I will share it after 48 hours. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Parveen. So I hope it was useful for you guys. So before we wind up, Kalrav, you had a question very quickly. So
Yes, Arvind.
1 minute. So if anyone has a question, you can stay back. Otherwise, you can leave. But before leaving, whoever shared you this link, if at all you're not from Hire for Skills, send them a message feedback, which they will share it with me. Or if you're from Hire for Skills, give a feedback on the group. Don't give feedback like insightful session. Very good. Thank you. That's not the comment. We are salespeople. Start writing. Right? Write in detail what you learned, what experience you got. So people who missed it should feel that okay, I should learn it. This is to motivate everyone, right? And if you want, you can get this recording if you want to rewatch. People who have attended, I'm not charging anything for the recording for people who attended. Ask me and get the recording. Again, it will take 48 hours. Okay, give me some breathing space. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to ask. Yes, Kalrav, your question.
Arvinda, very well explained. And I have three questions specific to what we have just learned. Question number one is we have just seen how you have created an engineer within ChatGPT itself, right? So my question is, how does the prompt engineers actually do it? So the term prompt engineer itself mentions that somebody who can engineer a prompt. So what you have just done, was that just engineering a prompt and making an expert within the chat GPT? Is it
Exactly.
something that the prompt
I
engineer?
created a personal assistant who can build prompt engineers, who can build up, who is a prompt engineer, which will give me separate AI assistants. So this AI assistant that I created with that prompt engineering framework will now create is now running on a prompt engineering journey, creating other assistants which I want to create by asking questions to me. This is what I created.
Wonderful, wonderful. Totally understood this, Arvinda. My second question is,
You can also individually create assistants also. You don't have to follow building a prompt engineer then do it. You can directly say that mentor assistant I directly created, which means, hey, I want you to become my mentor assistant. I want to become my resume checker role. I'll give.
so we
Okay,
don't
okay,
need to create all these engineers all the time. We can get the meaningful insights by giving the direct prompts as well, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Directly you can feed, but that four framework is important.
Okay, yes, yes, understood. Next question is, we have just seen that within ChatGPT itself, do we have other AI tools wherein we can utilize the similar things?
I started the session with that only. Na? I told
Right.
there is Grok, there is Gemini,
Gemini.
Copilot, Bard, and Perplexity from an Indian whose name is also my name. Aravind has started that. Try those things also, even though I did not start it, but a guy like started, and it's also crazy. Perplexity does deep research. You can use this framework anywhere. It's not
Okay.
ChatGPT. ChatGPT, it is easy and convenient to use, is what I feel. You can Perplexity, Airtel users gets 1 year free subscription. In everything there is some option, and ChatGPT gave it for 399 because all these people started giving something for free, and ChatGPT became desperate and gave the ChatGPT Go, which is 399 rupees limited subscription.
Great.
Final question.
Right. Next question is, so we have just created a prompt engineer for ourselves, right? Or maybe for our organizations. How do we do that for other organizations or other corporates if we have to do that? So, for example, if somebody is looking for a prompt engineer, they want to hire Kalrav to create multiple prompt engineers for them. How would I do that?
Just learned, that's the entire purpose of the class. It is your asset. It is you feeding the information about the company. It is feeding content. So when you give that introduction context with example, we'll have to feed in. You saw when I was creating that mentor, I pasted the link of the curriculum. I pasted the link of the website so that it can learn detail about hire for skills, so that it can become the mentor of hire for skills. So sharing the information is the first important thing. You making that prompt engineer or an expert in something, you have to give informations to it. And I just told you there are library pay multiple contents which you can use to build
Mm-hmm.
that add file sections while creating a project, just to give contents.
Right, right. My question is more towards the context that how would I make it an automated system for others, wherein I would not have to be involved.
Just ask them to get this 99 rupees or 1000 rupees recording, and they can watch this class and build their own prompt engineer.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
see, I understand your question. Separately, you give me a call. I know the context behind it. I don't want to share it in the open
Okay.
session.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
asking for a personal benefit. That should be separately discussed, not here. I understand the context. Yeah,
Sure.
cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Sohail. Very quickly, come on, guys. Time up.
Yes. So I saw that you also had a prompt engineer GPT prepared. So are you going to teach us how to create new GPTs as well? Or do we have that in another session?
Okay, okay. You saw that on the left side chat. There is a
Yes,
prompt
yes.
engineer.
Explore GPTs. Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you what Sohail is asking. Good observation, Sohail.
Thank
So
you.
what Sohail was asking, he was asking about, where is this? Left side, can you see this prompt engineer thing? He's asking about this, correct?
Yes, yes.
So this is not something that I created. This is Chat GPT itself has its own custom GPTs. This is called custom GPT.
Correct.
Now anyone can create a custom GPT, upload it into Chat GPT, and that can become a free user also. Now, how did I choose it? Can you see something called Explore? There is a button called Explore GPT.
Yes.
You click on Explore, and you will have all the custom GPT that is readily available. So we just talked about how to create a Kalrav question adding up here. We just talked about how to create, right? There are already created certain elements. So you go to writing. For writing, there are these many GPTs, custom GPTs. See, there is a
Now I understood this, Arvinda, totally. I mean, that is totally in alignment with what I was asking.
copywriting GPT, marketing, branding ads, productivity GPT, research and analysis GPT, GPT, education GPT, lifestyle GPT, DALI, programming, and you can even search. Say, I want to code. Okay, I can just type code. I don't know the right word, coding or something. Coding. Okay, I'll type coding. C plus plus. Okay, my internet is very bad. You understand the context. You can search for that GPT.
Yes.
Someone has created and uploaded. Say coding expert, the medical coding billing tool, code ninja, or I want an accounting expert, account accounting expert or a finance analyst or something. I can search for it, and it'll give me that custom GPT which I can use. The financial accounting professor. There are custom GPTs people have already created and uploaded it. So in a similar way, you see how many people are using those chat GPTs. 20,000. Imagine this is like your Instagram own page and people are following it, and you create contents in it. So this has become a master GPT. So what I taught you now was to create your own master GPT with your own content and knowledge which can help you. This is there are already existing GPTs which can help you to build it. Now let us do something crazy. Resume checker. There will be a native resume checker already which is there, but I don't know if it is there in the dynamics that we want. You can explore that also. You can create it also. Resume checker, ATS score checker, and optimizer. You see, people have already created, and there are multiple things here. Well, that helps, Sohail.
Yes, it does. So I thought like you had another session, or like in the syllabus we had in
So the Sohail
section
thought
wherein we
you
would
had a
have
separate session, explain
GPT
someone about
in
it, and you did not explain us. No, it is we can
nowadays.
use the existing
Yes.
GPTs also to
Yeah.
do it. Right?
But I get the point that these prompts and the prompt engineer that we created in the project can be used to create GPT as well. So yeah, got it.
Cool. Yes, Pratham.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Arvinda. So what I understood from today's class is rather than opening ChatGPT and typing everything multiple times, we can just create a project for different mindset or different concerns we have, and whenever we want, we can use that and we can just ask the answers, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
So now I can create multiple projects based upon what I
Absolutely.
want, and through
Absolutely.
that I can directly ask.
Absolutely. See, one Meet Gala has posted something on the chat. I want to address that. You can make custom GPTs with paid version. You can't do it via free. So, Gala, don't put general information. I'll clarify what you have written. So, what I just showed you, what Sohail asked to explore GPT, and we saw multiple custom GPTs. Right? This is professionally built custom GPT, and it has kept it for public use. To build something like that, you need a paid version to upload new this thing. But for creating the chats, that is the reason why I taught you guys to create custom GPTs for free in project section by adding informations, sharing files, or in chats you can create by questioning. This anyone can create. This will be a personal custom GPT for yourself. If you want to make a public custom GPT, that is only for the paid version. We are here for our benefit, not for, if you want to sell that, you can do. ChatGPT will pay you for that if that is good and everything. I hope so. I'm not sure. Anyway, cool. I hope this helps, guys. Thank you for joining
Yes.
today. And next session. So today, what is today? Wednesday. Next session is not on Friday. So this is what we discussed. It should be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But unfortunately, I am not available. I'm going for an office event. I won't be available on Friday. So the next event will be on next Monday. And there is one interesting topic that I'm going to bring. I will drop a poll in the group. And again, as you know, it is only available for Sigma people to vote. Liberty is for Sigma people. And I will put the vote there. There are some interesting topics. We will get learning, and we'll make sure every day morning 6 to 7 this power hour is very useful for you. My target is to help you reach that level of efficiency that it is not for one job. Hire for skills doesn't care about the money you pay. We care about the money, but still it's not that limitation that we give. The limitation is to make yourself a leader. After 5 years, 6 years, I have to give a call. You should be a sales director. Bro, there are 5 people, hire them. I should have that liberty. I am building that contact. I'm building the network. Let's all learn together. Let's all grow together. Wake up, show up, grow up, skill up. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Arvind. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a good
Aravinda.
day,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye.